welcome to Divinely Different Tarot. I'm Ashley Dawn, and today's reading, which is so ironic to me because this was a requested reading, and I was working on cards to try to finish them beforehand. I did not, so we're just working with what I got. But this is a requested video from Dustin. What kind of career should you be in? Since you just told me career, I just went with what felt right, so I hope that's okay for you. And I figured with what's going on in general with me and I guess kind of you, but you already made your choice, so go for you. But anyway, this is what I chose. I hope this works for you. If if this is what you want, dude, just text me, let me know. But I also have noticed that this is going to be, I thought this would be a short reading because I only chose 5 decks of cards that I chose from, right? So I figured it'd be like a short reading. Nah, dude. Nah, this is going to be interesting, that's for sure. Okay, so like I said, it's what kind of career should you be in. I chose for the job/career, divine purpose, and I wanted to choose past lives because there are some really good things in there that really kind of helped out with this. Should be interesting, I have to say. And then you have what's holding you back. So I wanted to use soul truth for that because sometimes, we hold ourselves back from the things we want the most. And I wanted to see why. And then what you could embody in order to get this job/career, the thing. And we all have these qualities, the personality qualities. I use animal spirit for that. So it's just which ones do you need? And I'm sorry, I'm very talkative today. I'm very nervous because I'm waiting back on a job. So I'm just nervous today. That's why I thought it was so funny, the career thing. And I'm like, wow, it just worked out perfectly. So I talk a lot when I'm nervous, so I'm sorry. And then I pulled advice. I wanted to see angel messages. One of the piles was very stubborn. Somebody made my angels kind of angry because they did not want to answer me. I had to do a little bargaining. I'm not going to tell you which pile because I feel like that's cheating. But either way, so we have pile 1, which is the Moth pile. Pile 2, which is I'm an asshole. Actually, it says warning, I'm an asshole, but And pile 3, which is the bear. The sparkly bear, if we want to get really particular. But we're just going to go with the bear because that's what I only have one bear charm. Either way. I actually have 2. Now I think about it. That one's different though. Alright, so go ahead and choose your pile. Your timestamps are in the description box below. Before I get into the piles, I also wanted to say if you also have any other requests, let me know in the comments below. I do try to love to get to them. It does take me a couple of days to figure out the right questions to get into the energy of it, because I've tried to do these readings as accurately as possible for you guys and try to give as much information as I can. That's why I try to think of the right questions and such, because you gotta ask the right questions. Either way, there was something else I was supposed to tell you guys. It's pretty important, I think. I hate when this happens. I need to start writing things down. I remember I have to do something with Mara, but I can't remember what the other things. Oh, so for my regular subscribers, which by the way, thank you for all your subscriptions, all your likes, and all your comments. I dearly freaking appreciate it. I love seeing that my number kind of stays at the same amount because you guys, I love you guys. I really fucking do. Thank you so much. But I also wanted to say, for all of my regular subscribers, the ones that have stuck around for a long time, that know that I have an RV named Mara, I have actually decided to sell Mara because I still don't have a license, and I love Mara, but I've had her for 2 years now. I haven't got her all completely fixed up. I haven't gotten the help that I needed for it. I can't find the right help for it. So I just decided to sell her. I love her, but I feel like I'm just letting her sit around and she's not doing what she should be doing. She's an RV. She's supposed to be traveling. So, yeah, I'm selling my Mara. I know. I'm surprised by it too, actually, to be honest with you. But I've been going back and forth about it for a few months now, and I have made this decision. So, Mara the Gypsy Wagon will no longer be. That's a dream of mine that just went out the window. But it's all good. Shit happens and new dreams come along. So, just wanted to give y'all an update on that. That's also what I've been doing, is trying to fix her up so I can sell her. for a decent price anyways. I ain't the best at shit. So anyway, I'm gonna go into my piles now. So I will meet you at your pile. Bye. Breathe, girly. Oh my goodness, really? This sucks. This is like my pile and this kind of sucks. I don't even think I can really dial some of this up. It just is what it is. Ooh, one's been hidden. Okay, my pile one. If you chose this lovely moth, this is your pile. Now, so I'm getting a lot of different things, and I was a little nervous about this when it came to the past lives card because it does kind of muck it up a bit. But we're gonna start with the jobs that kind of came out, like the careers that you should be like looking into, or maybe you've been feeling the need to. So like there's a lot of different things. I feel like you're there's something you need to practice on. You have to literally you have to polish your skills by practicing regularly. There's something you're supposed to do like every day. Now here she's playing a flute, but I don't really think it's that. I also do think you have a bit of a, like, you could be goth or punk or emo or any of those above, like where you like to wear darker clothes. Okay, that's what I'm kind of getting. Somebody that's a dark angel. You practice something regularly every day, maybe a little bit every single day, polishing a skill, a talent of yours, something that maybe not a lot of people have. Now, okay, I also wanted to say, take what resonates. Some of you will know exactly what it is that you should be doing. Some of you it actually may just hit you, hey, maybe this is something that I'm interested in doing, so forth. But you take it as it resonates, because there is a lot of different things that are coming out in each different pile. So like this one is also artistic. So we also have artistic activities will benefit your career and every other area of your life. So I just feel like you're very creative. You're very artistic. You could be literally an artist, because I do see an artist here with paintbrushes. I do also see something that could do murals. There you go. Somebody that does canvas. There are so many different creative ideas that are coming through here. I feel like you're just a very creative person in general, but it's not like, I feel like you may want to try to do something in the artistic field. You may be able to sell your artwork very easily, find ways to be very creative with your arts. Like, I don't know, I kind of see somebody that does lots of different, like I kind of see like a TaskRabbit for like art, I guess. And it's like you do things for people, and like you like the challenge of doing creative things for different people. That would be so cool. Is there a TaskRabbit for like artists? Like if there is, like I so would love to know that. But I'm just saying, like I do think that's like something you do, because I see somebody doing like one day they could be doing like a mural for somebody, and it's like a week project or whatever, and then the next day they're like building a house or something. But it's not like a house, it's like a doll house. Like I don't know, it's like fucking awesome though. But I feel like this is something that you might want to look into. We also have that there are a lot of career possibilities that are open to you, and I feel like it's because you there's some kind of justice that's being served to you right now. Like I see things starting to add up right now, some sort of a balance that's taking place. Okay, so there's also a leadership one here as well. Take charge of the situation. Hold on, I got something in my eyeball. Don't know what that was. Jeez. All right, so we do have leadership here. So when I think about this leadership one, though, I kind of feel like you need to take charge of a situation. Well, yeah, you need to take charge of the situation, but there's also like you have all of the qualities, all the things. You have what you need to embody in order to do this. Like, see, I even said that at the beginning, but like it's like you have angels that are all around you that are trying to like push you in the right direction a little bit, and I feel like you're like looking at them like, what am I supposed to do? Like I feel like in a way you've kind of surrendered to the divine so that you can find what it is, so you can be led to where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing. I do see armor here, like somebody wearing armor, like they're going into battle, like taking action. What is it she is holding? But I don't know why I'm so drawn to it. I feel like once you step into this leadership position, because I do see something that needs to be some sort of a leader, because you need to take charge of a situation. Maybe take charge of, like if you want to go an artistic route, maybe take charge in that sense. Like go looking for those things that you're supposed to be, like the go look for the art task rabbit thing, you know, or um, in other situations, because I'm also kind of getting somebody's like debating if they should go for a higher position in their job, and like I feel like this is a yes, you need to go for it because you are a king or queen, whatever it is for you. That is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. That in doing so and taking this higher position, there's something about it that may open up doors for you that you hadn't seen before. It is also exactly where you're supposed to be. Like you're supposed to be a leader. You also have study here. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So, like, you could be in school and you could be, you know, getting a higher education and like as you're getting this higher education, you know, you're gaining your confidence. You're starting to learn more about the career that you want. Also, kind of getting a little bit that somebody is in a decision since they're learning more about this job, about this career. Since they've been going to school about this career, about this particular thing. It's like you started thinking about other things. Like I see somebody studying, and then like I see on this other page next to it like a like computer, like tech stuff. And then I see somebody that's wise, because like it's like somebody's been practicing this. They've been practicing they've been going to school for a while. You could have been going to school for this for a while, this particular thing. But I see that your interests are kind of going a different way as well. And I kind of see this time in the background, like I feel like you need to make a decision on what it is that you want to do. You feel like you have to make a decision. Like, I don't see it like very soon, but like I do feel like there is some sort of a decision you need to make. So here's the thing though. If you are currently in a job that you're starting to question, like if you're like if you're going to school for a certain job and you're starting to question if you want to keep going for this job, I do recommend trying to keep going for that job, but maybe look for that career, but maybe try to also add other things that you do start to show an interest in, because you never know, just somewhere down the line you could use the second thing that you're learning for your job more than what the first thing is. Because like interestingly enough, like I've seen a lot of people that have a very high education. I know a man that has a PhD and he's a mechanic. That's just how the world works sometimes. Like I just don't understand it quite myself either, but that's just how things work out. So But he likes to work with cars. He always has. He likes to work with mechanics and so forth. And like there are other people that tend to go with the second thing that they had chosen anyways than the first thing. It's like, because like I know back in the day they're like, you have to have this job, you have to have money, you have to make money, and then you can have whatever else you want to do on the sides, which is what most people do. Is they're like a side hustle or whatever. But I feel like there's something about you. I don't know, like I feel like you've been looking at this, you've been going for this career for quite a while now. And I feel like you do have a confidence about it that you hadn't had before, and I feel like it's because of the schooling, obviously. I feel like somebody could be going for like doctoring is what I heard, but could be just like, I feel like it could be, we'll just go with that, okay? And it takes like a while, and you have to do a lot of reading, research, and so forth to gain this. And it's like while you're doing this with research, your mind kind of wanders to something else. And like you may scold yourself for this, but like that's okay. You're allowed to wander off. And sometimes we need a break from studying on something for so long, because then when we go back to it, we have fresh eyes. We can look at it from a different perspective. Like, do we still even have this passion of wanting to do it? I feel like that's something you may need to ask yourself. And it's interesting because I also keep being drawn to the key wrapped around his neck. So you have the key to your answers, and I do feel like you should keep going for it, because I don't know, I feel like somebody here, if like it's some sort of a doctrine or whatever it is, like you've been going to school for a long time, I don't think you should give that up. I do think you should pay attention to what your heart desires, though. Like if it's not something that makes you happy, something that you really want to go for, then maybe you should rethink things, but oh, and I love this, the angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. So I feel like you're almost at the end of schooling, maybe. I mean, oh my goodness, what month are we in? April? Oh my goodness, you are. It's like you're at the end of this time. You've finally gotten all of this stuff. You finally got all this stuff. Oh my goodness, you got the education that you needed in order to jump into this career that you've been wanting. That's why they kept bringing me to that. There's something with a computer too. I also see maybe something tech, some kind of wisdom from it. Why does that keep being brought up to me? But I feel like anyways, you're at the end, you are about to graduate, and you're like trying to decide where you want to go from there. And they want you to know you are protected by your angels, like, and they're trying to guide you to, where it is that your dreams want you to go. Like they want to protect you as your dreams become a reality. Like as you graduate and you go into your new career, or as you I do feel like as somebody graduating, that's what I keep seeing here. I also see somebody that's going towards leading one job for another job, like changing careers completely towards something that they really want, towards something that makes them feel better towards themselves, like better in general. You also have freedom. You're free to do what you choose. Like I feel like you have options, and you're like just trying to take in which options work for you best. There is like something that's closest to you that I feel like you can get to a lot easier, and it's like you'll go to that, and then you can maybe go to another dream later. Like it'll be like building up to the other dreams. Like it's so crazy. Like that's what I see is like 3 dreams in particular. One's closer, you going towards that dream because it's the closest one. Like say you graduating and you getting this career, you're getting a job, like landing a job right away in a career that you chose, that you studied for. And then you work in that and do that for a while, and it's like maybe some other dream that comes out, another dream comes about, and it's a little bit closer, like then the dream that you have, so you go towards that. It could be like a dream job. And then there's one that's like really far out in the horizon, like way later in your future, that like if you want to, you could take that job as well, like it's just like that's way further down the line, and it is a possibility. And I feel like that's what it was trying to tell me with the whole like tech research thing. There's something down the line that you've been thinking about doing, and like you will end up doing it. It's just you're gonna have to do a lot of practice, a lot of figuring out before you get to that point. Whew. Okay, So this is what I meant by the confusingness when it comes to the past lives. You got love life, imprisonment or slavery, karmic relationships, and phobias. So I feel like when it comes to your love life, you may feel imprisoned or in slavery. You're in a karmic relationship, first of all. Karmic relationships could be good or bad. Okay, all relationships are karmic, actually. So it's not like, you know, I'm sorry, but like that's how I see it. But I also see karma as good and bad. I don't see it as, like it just is. So there is a karmic relationship that you're in that I do feel like you feel imprisoned to, and it's in your like it could be your love life, or maybe it's because, or it could be like a karmic relationship that could be, like I said, it makes you feel enslaved, but it could also make you feel enslaved to where you can't enjoy a love life or have a love life. That's for some of you. For others of you, it's a karmic relationship that you're in. It's a love life. There's something about some fears that you need to face in order to go forward with it. I also see phobias here as like you need to break out of the fears that you've been holding back from. I feel like you kind of live in your own imprisonment, your own self, because you're afraid to experience things outside of your normal realm. Like I feel like you're afraid a little bit of love, like generally having a love in your life that isn't karmic, like a bad like a lesson filled karmic relationship. For some of you, I also feel like it is like you could be in a karmic relationship where you feel like you're enslaved to this person, that you have a lot of fears with this person. But you also, again, I also get afraid to walk away from it, afraid to go into the unknown. Okay, well, that's what I'm going to say from those, because like I said, they're a little confusing for me on this one. I didn't really think that one through. We're going to go into what you are afraid of. Well, actually, wait, what was it? Yeah, what's holding you back from your career/job? What am I afraid of losing? What am I most afraid of losing? As we grow, change, and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was to make room for what will be. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? Today's sole action: name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you are going. Today's mantra: I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure, I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. What do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? How does your relationship with money affect your current situation? Do you believe you are worthy? Do you believe you are capable? Do you trust money? Does money trust you? Money is an energy. It ebbs and flows. You are worthy of it, and your responsibility to heal your relationship with money as part of your waking up to the whole of you and your purpose. Today's sole action: take a deep dive in your belief system around money. Are there any beliefs you need to upgrade to create the results you are wanting most in your life? Write it out, your money story. Is it time for a sacred shift? What will your next chapter be? Fill in the blank. I am grateful to money because blank. I do think you have to relook at how you look at money. And if you think that, I do feel like this is for like an artist though. I do feel like that's for some of these. But it's not just them. It's also for the one that's going for a career that is based on money and not really your heart's desire. Like, what are you afraid of losing when it comes to this? The change that comes with it, the change of the way people will look at you, the way that you will look at yourself for going something that you truly desire instead of something that you know you have to do. Then, am I focused on what I want most? One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. Today's sole action: what you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? Prioritize. I think that is true. I think that people do not put as much energy into their like dreams, into their beliefs, and they put more energy into the work because like that's what they know that they need to do. But I don't know, things have been changing. We shall see. These are things you need to embody in order to get this career slash job that you want. Some patience. I feel like you just need to be a little more patient. Things are going to work out. You may not think or feel like they will right away, but they are happening. You just need patience. You need to chill out. Like, nobody wants to hear be patient, but like, it's the truth. You also have this inner knowing. You know exactly where you want to go. I feel like you need to travel somewhere as well. Or you have this inner knowing that you have loyal people around you. Maybe it's family, maybe it's friends. I don't really know for sure, but I do feel like there is a tight-knit group around you that supports you either way that you go, with whatever decision that you make. You do have an inner knowing that they will always have your back. You also have magic. Now, I feel like when it's talking about this magic, though, you have to believe in your own magic. You have to realize that you have magic within yourself and that that magic transforms your life if you allow it to. You have wisdom, so I do feel like you're quite a wise person, but I do feel like you need to use the wisdom that you've learned so far in your life and from like other, people's like experiences. You need to take that wisdom and actually put it into your life, into your dreams, like into this career and making it happen. I do feel like you're kind of letting yourself down in some kind of a way, or maybe not trying to go for something more that you really thought you should go towards. You have happiness here, but I'm going to read the whole card for you. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. So I feel like you need to find happiness in yourself and in life before you can move forward into this career. You also have partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. I feel like you kind of need to ask for help when it comes to a certain thing. You may have a hard time asking for help. It's called too much pride right there. But I do feel like you need to ask for help from people around you. And I feel like you are this very joyful, very colorful person. I feel like you kind of lose confidence in yourself after a while because people may rag on you a lot. But it's like you kind of you're starting to ask for help from your community, and it's like because you're doing this is when you get the best results. This is when things really start working out for you. You have action, so you do need to take action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on your pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. So I think you just need to go for things, because right now there are opportunities here that you need to act on, because this is a time to act. Be confident in yourself. That has been here a few times. You just need to be confident in your own magic and your own power that you bring to the table. Take your power back, dude. You're a very powerful being. We are all very powerful. You just got to take your power back and go for it. And I do feel like maybe even in a karmic relationship, you need to take your power back. That's what they're asking you to do. Stand your ground, know your worth. You're worth more than what you're accepting at the moment. So I feel like that's something you need to look into as well. Your angel advice is, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help gain a positive perspective. I feel like you need to change the way that you're looking at things. I feel like you could have been in the dumps a lot lately, and you need just to ask for a little more positive perspective. You could also maybe want to do a cleanse on yourself because you've been in such a dumps. Do something that really makes you happy and smile. I feel like you need more love and more love and happiness in your life, more smiling. Maybe do some dancing. That could be for anyone, just so you know. Dancing actually higher your vibration, so does laughing. I sometimes I'll laugh at myself for doing stupid things, or I'll look things up that'll make me laugh. You know, I try not to spend a lot of time on the computer, but it doesn't always fucking happen, so I'm just saying. Do something that makes you smile, not down in the dumps, you know, be up and about, higher your vibration. There is some kind of unforgiveness, like some kind of anger that you have, maybe at yourself or towards somebody else, that you really need to release. This is also why I recommend doing a cleanse or even doing a burning bowl ritual. Burning bowl ritual is writing down things that have been getting to you, that has really been really burning you up inside, like things that have been really stressing you out. Writing it all out, or even maybe writing a letter. That could even help too. Just outlining everything that's been bothering you, and then you could either take a candle and put it in like a bowl, or we have a fire pit in the back, so we use our fire pit. Like, just have a fire and watch it. Like, when you throw it in there, yes, you throw in there what you just wrote and watch it burn. And as it's burning, you also imagine it burning inside of your mind, releasing all of that anger and that unforgiveness that you have and resentment that you have towards yourself, or to to other people, or however it may be. Also, the patience. Have patience and faith, because things will happen. Don't try to force it. Things will happen exactly the way that they're supposed to. I think things may actually come together more than you realized. Like things will fall into place a lot easier than you had thought before. But this is all that I have for you, my pile one. I hope it was helpful. If it resonated with you, let me know by hitting that like button, or letting me know in the comments below how it's resonating with you. If you like my vibe, please subscribe, and that is all I've got for you. So I'm going to move on to pile 2 now, so may we meet again. Bye! Chill out. Are you barking at birds? They're birds. I don't know why, but every place I have lived at, almost every place, Dan and Robbins didn't have that, but almost every single place I have lived at, I somehow always get birds in my window, so I don't know why. Even when I lived in my trailer back in Indiana, I had the exact same thing. It happened actually in both my trailers, but the second time it happened, it was right next to my bed. Okay, like the nest. Like, thank goodness it's not this time. It's like all the way across my room, but like that one sucked. That was hard. It was fucking hard to sleep in the morning. Yeah, because they're super duper loud in the morning. Super quiet at night. You can sleep all night. But I'm not. I'm a night person. That's when I'm creative and shit. That's what I like to get shit done. No, not them fuckers. They were blue Blue ribbons. Blue robins. Yeah, blue robins. They're so cute. I wonder if I still have those pictures. These ones, I'm not really sure what they are, but I'm still learning the birds around here, too. 30. Oh, no, say 35. Oh. Okay, my pile, too. If you chose, I'm an asshole, this is your pile. Okay. Alright. So, yours is a bit confusing, I'm not going to lie. Your pile, and I think it's pile 3. You guys have a lot of confusions going on. Pile 1 had a little bit going on too. But there are a lot of energies that are coming through, so it's not just you that this is about. So, please take what resonates and leave the rest. And also, please stick with me because, like I said, there's just a little confusion when it comes to the past lives thing. Okay, we're going to start off with the career/jobs that I came out for you. I should probably just put that out because I never smoke it when I'm reading. You have builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. So you could really like to build things. You like to use your hands. You like to create things. Like it brings you some a deep sense of accomplishment. I see somebody working with a hammer and like outside taking their shirt off because they're like working really hard. I see like a masculine energy here. So you really enjoy building things. This is something that you could really want to look into for a career. Infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So you could actually be having a lot of money coming in towards you for things that you're building, and that may not even be like the job or / career that you're actually in. It's just something that you like do on the side as like a hobby or whatever, like a side hustle, and it's like you're getting a lot of abundance for it. And I feel like that's like the reason why you're getting such abundance from this particular thing is because it's actually what you're supposed to be doing, is building. And then you have teaching. You inspire young people to learn. So you could be a teacher. I see somebody like teaching a lot of children around them, a lot of younger children, very young children, like kindergarten. I feel like this person's very happy with teaching as well. They very much enjoy being around children and showing them the beauty of life. Also preparing these children as well is what I'm thinking. What I feel actually. They're a genuine teacher. So I feel like you could be again, you could be a teacher like with children. I'm also seeing like a teacher's aide. That could be something you start out as. We have environmentalist. You're an angel. You are an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. So you could do something that is, you could feel drawn to doing something that is like talking about nature and global events, those kinds of things. Like I feel like it's something that I also kind of see like a YouTuber, maybe a TikToker or whatever, and it's like you teach people about nature and animals, and it's not just about teaching them, it's also about protecting people, like teaching them how to protect themselves and how to protect the animals as well. Because there are some, I feel like somebody's trying to really make it aware that there are some animals that are really endangered of being extinct, and then there are others that are kind of overtaking areas that they should not be overtaking. I don't remember what that was called. I also feel like there is something in nurturing animals. You may have an animal rescue center or be wanting to work in an animal rescue, something with that. I feel like somebody could work with animals, taking them in and to so forth. Wow, my heart is just like going crazy right now. You also have to talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. I feel like you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? What is going on? Why can't I figure this shit out? Instead of worrying so much, trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing, maybe just do you. Work on you. Do things that make you happy, not everybody else. feel like you're asking for guidance in what you're supposed to do. I'm not 100% sure it's actually talking about career, though. You know, if you have a request for a video, you can write it in the comments below. I will get to it, and I don't know who you are, so go for it. I mean, what could it hurt? I say no, please. Majority of the time, I don't do that. Spiritual teacher, you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. Tiger, you're okay, baby boy. You're okay. Yeah, you are okay. Yes. Poor baby. Sorry, I don't like the nightmare thing. Yeah, so spiritual teacher, you heal with classes, sessions, and seminars. So, okay, so I'm getting kind of that you are, yes, a spiritual teacher of some sort. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean like genuinely a spiritual teacher to, you don't have to be a spiritualist. It could be just some kind of I heard spiritual advisor as well. So like, it's like you're somebody that's very easy to talk to about what's going on in other people's lives, like, and what's going on in their lives, you know, and it's like, people come to you for advice on what to do or on... I'm also seeing like a cult. So I also see somebody like going to somebody like, well, what am I supposed to do? And then you're like, well, why don't you try a burning ritual? Which is funny because I just said that in the last pile. But it could be like something else. Like it could be, hey, maybe you want to like take a class in this. It'll help you balance things out that you're having issues trying to figure out. Or I'm also seeing some sort of night classes where you're talking about different symbols and like what they could possibly be. I'm seeing runes and talking about what those runes are. Like a class. So that could be something that you've been thinking about or wanting to do. I do feel like, again, it's more about educating people than it is about anything else. Like it's just about educating people about the truth instead of like the misbeliefs or, you know, like the misled beliefs of what people like lead people to think or believe when it's not the truth. You know, it's like you're giving them the whole truth and they can make their own decisions on what they want to do with it. You know, like you're giving all of the information instead of only the partial information that people have been taught or learned. Okay. So when it comes to I'm gonna have to come back to this one. This is so confusing. Alright, I want to start with I'm going to go into what's holding you back from your career / job. And then we'll go into what you need to embody in order for this to happen. Then I'll go into the past lives because it really is a bit confusing. We have, what risk can I take today? Be not mistaken. You will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. You will have to take the big, scary leap. But do not fret because your soul has wings. Today's soul action. What risk can you make... What risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more thinking, only doing. Be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you really are made of. Yeah, definitely you gotta make a risk. You gotta do scary things in order to make your dreams come true. I feel like that is something you're afraid of. I feel like you're afraid to risk anything towards this dream that you have, but it's like this dream that you have is like... just you gotta make it happen. What is the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now? What story are you telling yourself? When you think about your dreams, what is the first limiting thought that comes to your mind? If you are not living the life you desire, it's because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible. Sorry, I thought I heard something, but I'm the only one here. Today's soul action. It's time to upgrade. Look your belief in the eye. Where did it come from? What new belief are you ready to adopt in its place? How will how will this change your results? Remember, your belief is the root of your result. Own it, heal it, upgrade it. I love that. I do think that you need to... We do have these limiting beliefs, these limiting thoughts that we put on ourselves. Like, I think it's kind of like human nature to automatically doubt yourself, including when it comes to things that you truly want, you truly desire. And sometimes we tell ourselves, hey, this is really what we want, even though it's not, just because it's easier to get, easier to have. And then there are the other things, the things that we secretly want, that we hold deep in our heart, that we never truly go for, or we just tell ourselves we can't go for it because there is some kind of limiting belief behind us. Maybe that's what it's saying about unrequited love, because you do have unrequited love that came out. So I feel like maybe there's something that you're telling yourself a story that isn't true when it comes to this. So like, if you are in love with somebody or you have loves for somebody, I feel like you're telling yourself it's unrequited love. But the reality is, I don't think it is. I think it's something that you've been telling yourself. This is a story you've been telling yourself for so long, and like you're afraid to understand it. And it's funny because I see it's time to upgrade. So like maybe there's something you need to upgrade from. Now this doesn't have to mean love. It doesn't have to mean like a relationship love. It could also just be talking about the kind of love you think you deserve. You could just think that you deserve like a karmic relationship, somebody that is constantly learning lessons from and not enjoying blessings with, you know, like I feel like that's kind of what you're not seeing at this moment. It's interesting. Pile 1 had a limiting belief with that as well. All right, next we're going to go, does my life have room for more pleasure or for more pleasure and play? In what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work? Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? Today's soul action. What would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking this right now? Take time to play. Let go of any need to produce anything. So I think we all need a reminder sometimes that we need to be more playful. We need to just enjoy ourselves a little bit more, have a little more laughter in our life. I think that is something that you have been lacking in at the moment, is you haven't had a lot of laughing. You've been working really hard. And I like how it says, let go of any need to produce anything. And then I was brought to the builder and environmentalist. So I feel like you've been doing so much for work. You have not been concentrating on enjoying life at the same time. You know, you can work and you can laugh at the same time. I had a really hard time figuring that out. Okay, and then, I don't know, something changed where I really just, I want to enjoy life more than I did before. I don't want to keep working my ass off and not smiling or enjoying myself or so forth. You know, I feel like that's something you also need to take into consideration. I also feel like there's something that's missing, something that used to make you laugh that isn't there anymore. I don't know, it's like maybe there's a particular person in your life, like a friend or something, that used to make you laugh a lot, and it's like you don't talk to them anymore. So it's kind of like your life's been a little kind of stale is what I'm getting. Yeah. So things that you need to embody in order to get this career that you want. You need your fire back. You need your passion. Like, I feel like passion is your power, but I feel like you are kind of, it's like you lost your fire somewhere along the way. Like, you feel like you lost your fire. I don't think we ever actually lose it. It just, like, goes down to, like, an ember and is, like, waiting for you to, like, replenish it back up into, like, you know, a fierce fire. You also need freedom. You need to free yourself from something that, when I looked at it, okay, so it says unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You have unlimited reserve of stamina and strength. But when I first looked at it, it said limited reserves of stamina and strength. So I feel like you kind of feel like maybe in a situation that you need to free yourself from, you feel like you have limited reserves of stamina and strength. And it does say you follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. So like maybe if you're feeling like you need to leave this situation where you feel like you have to be reserved, you have to Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. So I'm getting you need to release yourself from something in order to have this change to accomplish your dreams. You also have Pathfinder. I feel like you need to find your own path. You need to let go of your past and start your new beginning. And I do love that it says you are a teacher and help others find their way, because you do have spiritual teachers. So again, I do feel like you have a way of helping people find their own way. You have been experiencing a lot of challenges, but you have a very strong soul. And you're also very, you persevere. You know that you have a love that endures, so you just keep going. You also have rebirth, so you may need to reinvent yourself. You need to open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Protector, you have to protect something. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. You're also meant to be a protector. Like, you may just be a protector. Like, you have a very protector energy about you, but there's also something about protecting something in general, like, or maybe a certain situation or relationship that you're supposed to protect. I'm not really sure on that one. Visionary, rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path, stand tall on your self-worth, in love with a big heart. Rise above earthly matters. So this one to me has always been like, you have a vision, you have an idea of what you want your life to be, but you're not quite there, or you are maybe at that point in your life, but you also have a way of kind of relying on material things, like things that are around you, like money or and so forth, like those kinds of material things that you can touch and you can feel in the 3D, but have no actual relevance whatsoever in the 5D. So it's like, I don't know, you need to rise above that. There is something about letting go of material things that have no actual meaning, or no actual meaning in what is real and what is true. I am going in the weirdest channels today. Just give me a second. Okay. So, when it comes to, these are the, what are they called again? Past lives cards. Okay, we already talked about the unrequited love. You also have angels here, so I do feel like you're supposed to talk with your angels about some things that are, happening in your life, or maybe you have a connection with angels that you're supposed to share, talk about. There is Egypt here. I do feel like you may have been, you could have lived in Egypt in your past life. You may also, again, when I was seeing the hieroglyphs, that's what they're called, whatever, I can't say that word, I'm not going to try, the hieroglyphs or whatever. I was seeing runes too, so I do feel like you know how to read those, or you want to share that experience with others. You have wisdom here, so I do feel like you have to use wisdom when it comes to your work, things that you have done in your life. And it's interesting because I see a unicorn here as well, so like, I feel like you have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom when it comes to maybe your third eye. Awakening. I do feel like some spiritual gifts that you have. Like, you have some kind of a gift with it. And it's like you need to take that into consideration when you're looking into your dreams or when you're doing things. I feel like when it's talking to people as well. Transportation is something that came out. Now, what's interesting is I kind of feel like maybe you travel for your job. You could actually work on a train, or like, because I see a train here and maybe a plane pilot. I'm not sure. But it's like you work in transportation, or you need to go, transport to a certain area, or a different, I do feel like a different area for work, or like just move away from the area that you're at in order to make these dreams come true. Yeah, food and hunger. You could really like to cook. You could be a chef. You could have been poor at one point in your life where you didn't really have a lot of money to get food in general. I'm also just seeing somebody that can like pretty much create anything when it comes to food from like pretty much nothing, because you had like nothing at one point. Like your cabinets were pretty bare, so you had to work with what you had, you know. That's what you do when you're poor. You gotta do what you gotta do. But then like I also just see somebody that could be a really great baker. I see somebody that bakes breads, and I've been like craving sweets like nobody's business lately, okay? And this is so crazy that this comes out, because I kind of feel like you may be like a baker, you know? You bake a lot of goods, you know? And it's like they're really sweet and stuff like that. So like, I was thinking about it, like, I'm like, if I ever owned a bakery, which I probably fucking won't ever, because I don't have the patience to do that stuff. And I eat too much of it, to be honest with you. I would probably name it something like Sweeties, because how fucking cute is that, you know? But either way, like, I do feel like you might be a baker. You like to cook. You like to make people feel good with the food that you give them. I also see the arts. So you could also be, see a guitar. I'm seeing a piano here, but I'm also seeing somebody that writes music, that reads music. They're like somebody to teach music to to children. An art teacher is what I was hearing. A music teacher. I do see somebody playing with the guitar, though, an acoustic guitar to be exact. I'm not saying you don't own an electric guitar, but let's be real here. Acoustic is like the best sounding guitar. I mean, my biased opinion, but still. Either way, yes, that's what we've got for that part, and we're going to move into your advice really quick. I see somebody writing something, like writing a song. They're too afraid to share it, but there's like something about this song that is catchy and very beautiful. I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So I feel like you have Archangel Michael watching over you, helping you out, giving you the courage to make things happen in your life that you know you need to make happen, so you're closer to your divine life purpose. I do feel like somebody could be in the process of maybe moving, or somebody, I feel like somebody's changing location, because I keep seeing that transportation card. So I feel like somebody's moving from one area to another. They have to take a bunch of stuff with them because they're leaving. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow your insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. I do feel like I do love that the arts and the communication. So I do see somebody doing some kind of like singing, some kind of music, something with music that is not only inspiring to many other people, but it helps people heal in a very different kind of way, I would say. Music is very healing. People have some really great ways. I've noticed musicians have really great ways of explaining how you feel if you can't find the right words. I feel like that's something you might be very good at. And then you have, I am the angel of marriage, and I am assisting you right now. That's Angel David. So I feel like if you are in a marriage right now, they're assisting you in this marriage, helping you with what you need to accomplish in this marriage. Oh my goodness, that could have been the unrequited love. So maybe you're in a marriage that's unrequited love. This person could not love you. And you may think that's something that you kind of deserved for a while, but it's like you're starting to realize, no, that's not what you deserve. You deserve to really be happy and to go towards your dreams. So, yeah. I don't know. This is what I have for you, my pile 2. I hope it was helpful. If it was, let me know by hitting that like button, or letting me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. Or, if you like my 5, please subscribe. I'm going to move on to pile 3 now. So, maybe we meet again. Bye! Okay, my pile 3. If you chose this bear, this is your pile. Alright, so bear with me. This is going to be an interesting read. So, there are a lot of different energies coming through. There's a few different energies actually that I feel. I noticed I had the artsy people in the last 2 piles, and this seems to be the other side of the coin, I guess you would say. But I'm going to read off the jobs that came through, or the careers that you should look into that you might feel drawn to. And then I was going to move into the past lives, but I'm kind of trying to read everything else because I need to get a better feel of those, because I'm not gonna lie, some of them are really confusing. But then instead I'll just move into what is holding you back from your career/job right now. Then we'll go into what you need to embody it. Then I'll go into the past lives. So first things first. By the way, take what resonates and leave the rest. Like I said, I'm reading for a few different kinds of people here for this pile, so just bear with me. We have flowers. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So I do see somebody owning a flower shop and working with flowers, they're doing different kinds of flower, what is that called? Flower arrangements I'm seeing. I'm also just seeing somebody that grows flowers. They could have a really large garden, maybe a greenhouse. I see a speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. So I do see somebody talking on YouTube, or they're just talking, not just talking on YouTube, but it's also some sort of a platform, talking literally on a platform with a podium in front of them. So I feel like somebody could be a speaker of some sort, a speaker of excuse me, I'm getting a motivational speaker. I'm also seeing a politician, which would be crazy. But I am seeing a motivational speaker, somebody that's talking on their life experiences and trying to motivate people into doing better for their own lives. We also have protected here, and this kind of reminds me of looking at him, he kind of reminds me of a police officer or somebody that is trained in taking care of people. It's protected. So I do feel like there is some kind of a protection job that you should look into. I'm also seeing a security position, but I do feel like it's protecting. I feel like maybe this is Dustin's pile. I do see somebody that is also just talking, going into situations that there could always be a possibility of not even coming out of it alive, and it's they go into that situation still with a level head, trying to see all points of view. I also see somebody trying to communicate with somebody that's on the verge of trying to pretty much off themselves, and you talking them out of it. So that could be something too. It could be somebody that you talk to through the phone, talking people out of suicide. I'm also just seeing somebody that's just listening to both sides of the story, and then hey, actually you're not allowed to do this. It's actually against the law. So I'm going to actually have to take you in, and somebody getting all pissy, and you're still being very calm about the situation. So that's really good. And I do like how, okay, and then you are safe and supported while you change your career. So this may be something that you have just recently decided to do, that you've just recently decided to change your career, or it could be something that you're trying to make a decision on. Should I actually go into this? Yeah, I would love to help people out, but at the same time, it's a really scary idea of it. I feel like you need, while you're making this decision, you are being watched over by the angels. You also have your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. When I look at this, I think of lawyers. I do see lawyers. I think of a lawyer, or I also think of the justice system. I think of maybe a judge or somebody that works in the justice system, trying to make things make more sense, so that I just heard the poor people get it instead of the rich people. So it's somebody's trying to fight for rights. I feel like somebody's trying to fight for rights that other people may not know are even being questioned if they should be rights. I do see somebody bringing fairness and protection to those that need it, that want the help, that ask for it. I also see like an earth angel like offering a home or offering a place for somebody to stay, like having an extra place to stay, trying to help somebody get back on their own feet. We have strength here. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. I do feel like you are a bit of a warrior. You know, you're a soldier in your own right. You've gone through a lot of things in your life. You've been guided though for quite a while, and I feel like you've been following what your guides are telling you to do, what your intuition's telling you to do. Um, I also do feel like along the way, it's like you've made a particular friend, somebody that is very trustworthy in your opinion, somebody that you really rely on along the way, and you are both along on this journey together. There's also something about, I don't know, I kind of got that there's going to be an argument soon for you, for somebody here. Like some sort of an argument or some kind of disagreement. But like this is kind of needed in order for things to move forward. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, support. Your life's purpose fully supports you. I also, okay, that was the other thing. Over here, I also see somebody maybe going into the Air Force or going into some kind of like pilot, but like some kind of something that I do feel like somebody is going into the Air Force. Um, because I see somebody flying, but I see somebody in a uniform. But it's like a military uniform. Like I said, your life fully supports you in whatever decision that you end up making. I also see a medical, somebody going in the medical fields. They could be going for a nurse, an R, or like an RN, a doctor degree. Like, I don't know. Like, I see somebody going in, and it's like a medical, and they like may feel like, I feel like somebody's been doing this for a long time. They've been going through schooling for a long time. That could have been, you could actually want to look into, I think it was pile 1. They've been going to school for a long time. They are feeling really unsure if they want to keep going with it. And it's like, I feel like that's what this is, because this person's like looking down, but they know that this is what they're supposed to do. You also have writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So you could be a writer, and it's like you entertain people. You also inspire people. There's something in the way that you write is very healing, not only to yourself, but to other people around you. You could have a blog. You could write stories. I feel like, though, that you have a bit of a muse that, you know, like somebody inspires you or something inspires you to write, and you may write a lot. That might be something that you might want to look into, is writing something, because I do feel like you might actually get a huge, like an abundance from this gift. You have nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So I kind of got that from pile 2. So that's interesting that all these are kind of like intertwining. But I do feel like you might actually really love to cook. You like to create food for the people that you love, or just for people in general. You like to introduce people to different kind of tastes, you know, that they may not have had before. I see somebody like making things and selling them at like in a booth. So like maybe you're a vendor at like festivals or such, and like you make food at these festivals. It's something that you really enjoy doing, or even maybe baked goods. What's holding you back? Name all the things you love. Are you one of them? Today's mantra: I give myself all the love and attention I need. So I do feel like you kind of forget to love on yourself sometimes. You forget that you deserve just as much attention as everybody else that you're giving your attention to. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? How do you feel your day? Stress or anxiety, or stress or joy, trust or anger, anxiety or peace? We only have, oh my gosh. We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us this feeling we seek. But when we begin filling every day with what we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Today's sole action: lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, and the expectations to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? I do think that a lot of the time we kind of like, we kind of set ourselves up for failures when we're like trying to always get to our expected goal, and we feel like that's when we can be happy. Why can't you be happy before you make your goal? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, it used to, but now it really doesn't, because like I think I was comfortable in my own misery, and I feel like you might be a little comfortable in your own misery as well. You might be afraid to step out of that and be like, okay, well, I may not have accomplished this goal yet, but I'm actually very close to accomplishing it. So you can feel happiness. You can feel happiness when you haven't even come close to achieving your goal. Like, I do feel like you need to have more trust in yourself that you're going to accomplish things and that things will happen the way that they're supposed to, instead of constantly worrying that it's not going to happen for you. I do feel like you also need to fill your life with things that you value, instead of what other people think you should value. It's your life. You're supposed to know, well, you don't have to know right away, but should figure out what it is that you value most and put more of that into your life. Just enjoy your life because it's supposed to be enjoyed. What is my body telling me right now? Our body speaks to us through physical pain or discomfort. Our body sends messages for us to look more deeply. See the trapped emotions, the lurking fears, and beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body, and you will be led to the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. So I do feel like your body could be hurting in certain ways. Like, for example, if your back is hurting, or like a part of your back, maybe do some more stretches every day because, you may have actually stretched out a muscle you didn't realize, or pulled a muscle because you didn't realize it. I also feel like maybe if you're hungry and you're not eating as much as you should, maybe you should eat more. There's also drinking water, not drinking enough water. You're intaking too much of other things and not enough of water is what I'm hearing. But I feel like you kind of need to listen to your body. Your body's trying to tell you something. You could just need more rest, need to sleep a little bit more, which is fine. Sometimes we just need that time to rest. What am I grateful for right now? Adopt an abundance mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all your problems. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves your health and opens your heart and changes our state. Today's soul action. The universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your eyes and put your hand on your heart and think of 3 things for which you are grateful today. Notice the abundance growing within you. I do agree with that. I feel like when you are in more of a grateful and thankful mood, things seem to come to you a lot more. And when you're in that kind of state of mind, it's like, I don't know, an undeniable happiness, a feeling belonged, a feeling loved because things are the way that they're supposed to be. I do feel like everything that we have in our lives is something to be grateful for because you know what? At any fucking moment, it can be taken away from you. I mean, literally, people, things happen all the time. In the world that we live in, we should be very grateful for the things that we have. I am so fucking grateful to have a roof over my head. I'm so grateful that I can go outside in my yard and I have a fence up so that my neighbors aren't staring at me, judging me, or like making me feel bad because I'm young and I own, like me and my sister own a fucking house together. Like, I don't understand the jealousy, but I don't have to automatically see it or feel it as soon as I walk out the doors because I feel protected enough. I didn't before, but I am very grateful that I can now. Like, there are things like that. I'm also grateful my dog can run around so that he doesn't, like, constantly hurt himself on his chain, like, things like that. Like, these are simple little things, but they're amazing things to be grateful for. And when you live in that happiness, when you live in that gratefulness, like, things will start coming, things will make a lot more sense, like, epiphanies will happen for you, you may even get offered jobs, or, like, things may be offered to you that weren't before, like, blockages will unblock because you're opened up to being grateful for what you have now, for being happy with what you have, and that maybe you will have one day, or towards the goals that you will have one day. I also was noticed that, because I noticed it is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. So I recently heard this quote from one of my favorite shows. You should really check it out if you've ever seen it. It's called Good Witch. It's, of course, a Canadian show, but those are all the good shows. But either way, so there's this line in it. She's like, fear is temporary, but regret is forever. So that might be something, that you might have right now. Like, I feel like you're a little fearful of going for things, for your dreams, for your goals, because you're not sure where it's going to take you or where you're going to go when you go for these dreams. But, like, when you do go for them, like, because you have to realize fear is temporary. It only lasts because you're afraid to go forward, to go toward your dream, to do it, to take the action. But, like, that fear is temporary. And if you push through that fear, you can get the things done. You can push through the fear. You can just walk through it and get this thing done that you need to get done. And when you do, everything will fall into place. Well, things will fall into place more than they had before. But if you let that fear take over, then you're going to have a regret. And regret is forever. You're always going to wonder, should I have done that? Should I have gone for that? Should I have done that? Should I have said that when I knew I should have said that? Like that kind of a thing. Regret is forever. Sadly, you can't take that regret back, and you can somewhere along the lines try to make up for it, but it's always going to be there because you didn't go for it in that moment when that opportunity was there for you. Don't be afraid of the fear. It's temporary. You can walk through that fear. It is hard to do because fear is a very powerful weapon, but it's your weapon you can take control of, okay? So just keep that in mind. Don't be afraid. The greatest things are the hardest things sometimes. Okay, revealer of truth. So these are things that you need to embody in order to make these things happen for you. I do feel like you need to don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look at the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. So I do feel like you need to. There is something also about revealing some sort of a truth. Maybe you just need to reveal that truth to yourself or to others around you. Self-reliance. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. I feel like that's just super self-explanatory. Self-reliance, though, I do feel like you need to rely on yourself more than other people around you. And this is how you'll reach your goal. Be more independent. Miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. It's pretty great, though. Good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. So I feel like luck, miracles, like these are all things that you may feel like you need, but you are these things. You are the miracle for this, I feel like you kind of need to stop limiting your beliefs on yourself because you're not seeing yourself for who you really are. You are very powerful. You are very magical, and you have everything that you need in order to make these things happen. All right, so let's try to read these. This is why I think this one's so confusing. We have mother, so you can be a mother or a father, because you also have father here as well. And you have baby. So I do feel like a family is something that you're really, your family is a part of your divine purpose. I feel like it's something that you're supposed to experience in your life. You may think you're not going to experience it, but it is. It's there for you. I got mother, father, and baby all in a row. Somebody's name could be Roman. I'm kind of getting that somebody is really into architecture. Maybe it's even engineering, but somebody really likes to look at buildings. Architecture, that's what it is, architect. So maybe somebody's really should look into doing that, because I see somebody looking at runes and figuring out how to bring the old ways into the newer, more modern ways. Because, you gotta think about it. That stuff lasted a long time. All of those, all of the runes are still there, and they were hundreds, thousands of years ago, and they're still standing. You also have communal living, so you may live in a commune. Might be something that you might be really interested in doing. And I also see monk or nun. So that could be something that you've been actually thinking about doing for a while now, is something more spiritual for yourself. something to make you feel more connected to God or to whatever your beliefs are. Like, I feel like you want that peace of mind once more. You might want to look into it. I also feel like it could have been something you had actually done in your past life, but it's like you kind of, something about it is unfinished for you in this life. You also have authority figures. So I like how that came out because, you know, I was seeing the justice, judge. I even saw a politician at some point. Then I see a judge here. So I feel like there is somebody that makes judgments, and this judgments are like what makes it happen. This is the power that you hold. I also see power coming off, like magic coming off of this judgments that you make. You might have the opportunity to put away some people that are very horrible. And the things... Oh, I really need a cigarette right now. I hate when that happens. Like, I'll just, like, look at a card, pick up a card, and sometimes the things that come through are just, I can't discuss it because, A, it's somebody's job, and B, that's just horrible and shouldn't have never have been done in the first fucking place. It shouldn't even have crossed somebody's mind. Like, what is wrong with some people? I mean, seriously, dude, like, either way, you have an opportunity to put away people that really deserve to be put away. There's something that they had done that is just fucking beyond disbelief, okay? And once you do this, there's something about it being because I see divine light on this. This is supposed to happen. You are supposed to do this. You are being given this gift to put these people away because of what they had done. I'm like getting sex trades and sex rings and all this crap, and I don't want to think about it because it's such horrible things, but oh my goodness. I do think the people that had done it should not get away with it. I think that they need to be punished for it. I also think our justice system's a little messed up, to be honest with you. So crazy that if you're rich, you can get away with pretty much anything. Hey, Fred, I was wondering when you were coming up. I'm almost done with my reading, okay? You also have Celtic. So I also... Ooh, somebody got like... again, I'm seeing nun, maybe a monk. I'm also seeing somebody that works with magic. Celtic. I do feel like Celtic heritage, but I'm seeing children here as well. Like, I'm seeing a lot of children here. No, you know better. You know better. Thank you. I'm also, again, seeing some sort of a church. So maybe that's something that you're wanting to look into, is maybe going into a church. But we did have communal living and monk or nun, so that is something. But I'm also hearing Celtic as in, like, somebody's a witch, looking into their ancestry on that stuff, trying to figure out what works for them the best. And then we have wars and battles, and that's what makes me think of a soldier. An army, the Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, whatever resonates for you. But I feel like somebody wants to be in the military or has been in the military for a long time. And they've been through wars and battles, and they're just tired. They just want to... But they want to fight for their country. They want the peace. They know that it's for their family, I feel like. Somebody wants to fight for what's right. For what's theirs. Your advice is victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. So whatever it is that you're trying to make happen will happen. It is coming about. You're a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light in love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. So I feel like you need to keep shining your bright light. You may have to shine your light in ways that you didn't realize before, or in ways that you didn't think you should. To help heal the situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. So I do feel like you kind of need to see other people's point of views to make you, to feel with compassion, to see things. I'm kind of seeing somebody counseling somebody, trying to see from another person's point of view. They're like trying to get them to open up about what's wrong. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. I do feel like that's something you do need to keep in mind. You know, you do deserve the best. I feel like sometimes you may think you, or be afraid to realize that you do deserve this best, that you deserve everything that, you know, you desire. You also have, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. So if you had recently lost somebody and you've been thinking about them, worrying about them, they are safe, they love you, and they are at peace. They want you to not worry about them. They want you to go for your dreams and make them happen. That was cute. This is something else, but I don't know how to translate that. This is what I have for you, my pile 3. If it was helpful, let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. If you like my vibe, please subscribe. And I think that's all I've got for you. I'm going to go now because I hate to be really bad. And I hope you have a good one. Maybe we meet again. Bye!